5 weeks in, 5 content pieces published, 5 weekly scores sitting in reminders, 5 journal reviews documenting what worked and what didn't. But here's the problem. All of that data is scattered across 4 different apps. You know how week 3 felt. You think week 2 was harder, but you can't actually see whether the whole system is working because there is no single place that shows you the full picture. Today, I'm showing you how to use Apple Notes to build a 12-week scorecard. The one view that tells you at a glance exactly how far you are from your goal, which weeks your system worked, and which weeks didn't, and why. And it uses a feature in Notes that almost nobody talks about. If you are new to the series Plan Better 12 Weeks on Apple, this is where I build a complete 12-week year planning system using only Apple's free productivity tools. 12 weeks is enough time to achieve what most people take a year to do. Here is where we are so far. In the first episode, we looked at Apple Calendar and creating deep work blocks, buffer blocks, and a weekly accountability meeting. In episode 2, we built out our Freeform vision board that gave us our 3 milestones and our constraint maps. In episode 3, we dealt with Apple reminders, which give us our 4 lists, weekly tactics, and an 85% rule, and a Sunday check-in. In episode 4, we dealt with Apple Journal, which gave us our win capture as well as our friction log. The full playlist is going to be in the description. All right, so let me explain the concept that makes this scorecard different from a basic progress tracker. We are going to deal with 2 terms, lead measures and lag measures. Now, lead measures are what you're doing and lag measures are what you get. Now, lead measures are the actions you control week to week. Did you script this week? Did you record this week? Did you protect your deep work blocks? Those are inputs. You decide whether they happen. When it comes to lag measures, these are going to be your outcomes that result from your lead measures. How many videos are published so far? What's your average, let's say, click-through rate? How many resource downloads came from your different pieces of content? These are going to be your outputs. You can't control them directly, but you can influence them by controlling your leads. I know you're wondering why I'm using Apple Notes instead of a spreadsheet, because a spreadsheet lives in files and files get closed and closed apps get forgotten. Apple Notes is part of the system and it's the same app where your vision statement is pinned at the top. When you open Notes on Sunday evening to check your vision, your scorecard is going to be right there. One scroll down, and that friction is completely removed for that entire reason. Now, the scorecard uses Apple Notes table feature. If you've never used it, this is going to be a great place for me to demonstrate how it's used and its effectiveness and functionality of building out that table. You don't need any formulas, no complex formatting, just rows, columns, and data. All right, so I like to have stuff separate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit on the new note button and I'm going to create this as the Plan Better scorecard. And then I'm going to put in here, you put in the quarter and the year. All right. Then I'm going to show you how you can duplicate it. Right. So this is going to be the format for it. So to the top in the center here, we have our different tools appearing. I'm going to hit on the table icon. Now I'm going to be using my pencil as well as my magic keyboard just to illustrate because I am using my iPad. So the first thing, we are going to need about 9 columns. I'm going to collapse this. I'm going to make this bigger so we can get more space. To add a column, you press the 3 dots above the last column and you can add that column. If you need to add a row, you press the 3 dots and you can add a row as well. Right now, this is going to take a little while to set up. Then we're going to have our column headings. So we are going to have week, we are going to have script, card, published, score, blocks, total, CRT. This one going to be downloads. Okay, so here we have 5 lead measures on the left. Those are the things that you control. Then you have 3 lag measures on the right. Those would be the outcomes from those actions produced. The week number is going to be your anchor. So here your scorecard is built. 12 weeks, 9 columns. Every lead and lag measure, you need to understand whether your system is working. Now let's fill in the first 5 weeks using my real data as an example. But before I do that, what I'm going to do a little formatting. Right, so I'm going to select this entire row. I'm going to hit on format. I'm going to bold. So I'm 5 weeks into my cycle and my goal is 12 YouTube videos by week 12. So here's what that data actually looks like. All right. So for week 1, I was able to script. So I'm going to use emoji and I'm going to use this instead. So I was able to script on time. I was able to record and I was also able to publish. This is something that you will do weekly. This scorecard is what you're going to fill in weekly. My deep work blocks, I was able to stay within my deep work blocks. I had one of 12 videos completed. My click-through rate 4.4%, and for the resource I had about 12 downloads. And I would just want to put this into perspective. When you're doing your Sunday check-in, this is the card that you need to come in and you need to be filling in every week. Okay, I'm just doing it bulk so you can see that data that I have already in another place. All right, so here you have it. 5 weeks, 5 videos. I'm showing that my resource downloads are increasing. My click-through rate is holding above that 4% mark. And this looks like a healthy system, and mostly it is. But look more carefully. There's something in week 2 that's easy to miss if you're only reading one row at a time. Now, if you look at week 2, when it comes to my deep work block, the deep work blocks were not protected because I spent more time on more tasks. Though I was able to script, record, and publish the video, my deep work time was not protected. Now, if you look at week 1, 3, 4, and 5, all my deep work blocks were protected. So all of those scored either 80% and above. Now, here's the thing. This is not a coincidence. That is basically a correlation. And you cannot see it in reminders because reminders only show you 1 week at a time. You can't see it in journal because journal shows you 1 entry at a time. You can only see it when all 5 weeks are side by side in a single view. This is what the scorecard is for, not to celebrate when things go well, although it does do that, but it brings to surface the patterns that tell you exactly which lead measure is driving your results and which one, when it slips, takes everything else down. For me, it's the deep work blocks. When those are protected, everything flows. When they're not, the score dips, and so does the output. What's your version of that? You won't know until you got 5 or 6 weeks of data in front of you. That's the point of building this now. So by week 8 or 9, you have enough data to see your own pattern clearly. All right, so I'm going to bring in my Sunday reset. And again, I said that you'll need to be doing this or update this scorecard once a week. So I'm going to open reminders and we can literally use the information that we have in our weekly score to populate that scorecard as well. So the scorecard is going to get updated every single week or once a week during your Sunday check-in. This is going to happen right after you would have added your score to your reminders weekly score list. The Sunday flow now looks like this. You will enter your weekly information inside of reminders. you're going to come into Apple Notes and update your scorecard. And then you are going to go into Apple Journal and you are going to document 4-part review by checking your score, capturing your wins, logging your frictions, and also answering your momentum questions. And you are going to reset your tactics by ticking off what was completed and adding your weekly tactics for the upcoming week. And then you would go into Apple Calendar and protect your time blocks. Now, here's the thing, the scorecard adds 2 minutes to your Sunday check in, and that's the investment. The return is a view of your full 12 weeks that tells you exactly what's working and exactly what needs to change. Something worth mentioning here is that Apple Notes is the only app in this system that does 2 jobs. Job 1 is that it holds your vision note. That's going to be the pin note at the top of the notes folder that holds your 12-week vision statement, your 3 goals, your why, and what you're willing to sacrifice. You read it every day. It will take about 60 seconds. The second job is your scorecard, which is also pinned, and that is going to show you your full 12 weeks of lead and lag data that you update every single Sunday, and it takes about 2 minutes. 2 notes, 2 jobs, both pinned, both open every time you launch notes. Now, here's what I love about where we are 5 episodes in the Plan Better series. You now have everything you need to run a complete 12-week cycle. The next 2 episodes make the system stronger. But even right now, with these 5 tools set up and the Sunday check-in running, you have a complete planning system that most creators spend hundreds of dollars on third-party apps trying to build. It was already on your Apple device. You just needed to put it all together. Here's what I want you to take away from today's video. Data without pattern is just noise. You can score 80% in week 2 and move on, or you can look at that row next to it and discover that your deep work blocks weren't protected and that every time that happens, your score drops. Now, that is not going to be a coincidence. That's your system telling you exactly which lever matters most. The scorecard makes that visible. 5 weeks in, you'll have enough data to see your real pattern. 10 weeks in, you'll know your system better than any productivity course could ever teach you because the data is yours from your actual weeks showing you your actual results. Now, if you need a full breakdown of how to use all 5 of Apple's productivity tools together, you can get my free productivity cheat sheet for content creators. I'm going to put the link inside of the description. As always, your tech should be working for you and not against you. I will see you in the next one.